All right, now how do you solve for x? What do you divide both sides by?
How do you solve for x? You have to divide both sides by 3.
Okay, by 3. So what does x equal?
X equals 60.
60, good. Now it says to find the value of x, so we've done that. Okay, and now we've got to find all side lengths in triangle ABC.
Yeah.
Yes, so x is 60,
Uh-huh.
and then you've got x plus 11. So that's 60 plus 11. What does that become?
60 plus 11. What does that become?
Yeah,
60 plus 11. That's 60 plus 11. That is 71.
71, good.
Uh-huh. So yeah.
Okay, and then we've got x minus 11. So 60 minus 11 for that side.
Uh-huh. Okay.
What is that?
Okay. 60 minus 11. That right there is going to be 60. 15, 60 minus 11. That is 49.
49, good.
So yeah. 49. So yeah.
Okay. All right, so now we can do part B. Did you get all this down for part A?
I'm trying to write all this down.
All right, go ahead and get it down and let me know when you do, and then we'll look at part B.
Okay. Got it down.
All right, so you got it down?
Uh-huh.
Fantastic. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to redraw the triangle.
Okay.
So we're going to redraw the triangle here. And
Uh-huh.
then look at that. That. Okay, so we got A, B, C, A, D, E. Okay, 60, 71, 60, 71, and 49. Okay.
Okay.
So what is it asking here?
So what is it measured there?
So see how it says triangle ABC is congruent to triangle ADE?
Yeah.
Now, are all the sides the same in this triangle? These two triangles. Do you see how there's a 71 and a 71 and a 60 and a 60?
Yeah, they're the same.
But what about this one right here? We don't know this one.
No,
We
it's
don't
not
know
the
it.
same, but
Okay.
we don't know.
So there are 4 ways to prove triangles are congruent: side, 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 side,
Uh-huh.
angle, side, side, angle, and angle, angle, side. Have you seen those in class?
Angle, side. Yes, we seen that.
Okay. So the first one is out because we don't have all the sides congruent.
Okay.
Okay. Now, what about side, angle, side? Do you see how we have the side 60 and the 60 the same, the 71 and the 71 the same? Do we have an angle between them that's the same?
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Why are the angles in blue the same? What's the
Because they both have 60 and 71 right there.
Nope, nope, there's a special name for them. What is the special name for those kinds of triangles? For those angles? What is the special name for those?
Special name. The special name for those right there. The special names for those is
So they are vertical angles.
vertical angles. Ah.
And vertical angles are congruent.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay,
Yep.
so now we can say that the triangles are congruent you can say, yes, they are. They are congruent, and it's by side, angle, side. Which shortcut did you use? Side, angle, side. And you should show that the angles are congruent.
Okay. Yep. So that's how you do it.
Yes.
So, okay. So, what shortcut did you use? The vertical angles, right?
It's side, angle, side is the postulate.
Side angle, side.
Maybe you haven't, you should have been, it sounds like you're just studying this, starting to study this. Is that right?
No, I'm just writing this down. I'm just trying to write this down. So vertical angles are congruent. So I have to write that.
Yeah, you do need to write that, but you need to say it's the side, angle, side, or SAS postulate.
It's side angle, side.
Yes.
The shortcut I used is so side angle, side is ABC, right?
No, side, angle, side is this postulate that proves triangles are congruent.
Okay. Okay. Got it down.
Okay, you got all this down?
Yep.
Okay, so is this list on the right, is that something new? Have you seen this before? It's side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side. Have you seen
Uh,
that?
I'm not sure, but I just remembered just paying attention, watching.
Okay. Okay, well, let's look at a new problem here.
The new problem.
Yep, we're gonna look at this problem here. All right, so this problem is asking you to determine if these two triangles are congruent. So triangle CAV, that's the one on the bottom here. CAV, is it congruent to CEV? CEV. Okay, and here's what's true so far. CA is congruent to CE. AV is congruent to EV.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay. Now here are the four possible ways that you can prove triangles are congruent. They either need to have three sides congruent to the, okay, we'll get to whether this has that or not. Side, angle, side, angle, side, angle, 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 side. Okay, so do
Yeah.
these, so let's go down the list here one by one. Do these triangles have all three sides congruent?
Have all three sides congruent.
Or how many sides do you see that are congruent?
Two sides. Okay, how many sides I see? I see three sides.
Yeah, but
Just
how
three.
many sides are congruent? Do you see that CE is congruent to CA and EV is congruent to AV?
Yeah.
So how many sides are congruent?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
No, sorry. Let me try it in a different color. Do you see how CA is congruent to CE?
Okay, yeah.
Okay, that's one side. Do you see that AV is congruent to EV?
Uh-huh.
That's two sides.
Okay. That's two sides, which is
So there's two sides that are congruent. What about this third side? Is CV congruent to CV?
CV congruent. CV congruent to C. Is CV congruent to C? No. Yes.
Yes, but why?
It's because they have the same, because their sides are the same, because
They're
if it,
they're exactly the same, right?
yeah,
So if we choose a different color here, CV is congruent to CV because they're the same side.
uh-huh,
So when you share a side, okay, it's congruent.
yeah, that's right.
Okay, so now do we have three sides congruent? See how the red's congruent to the red, the green's congruent to the green, and the blue's congruent to the blue.
Yeah. Because EB, it has the same sides right there. It's congruent to AB.
Yes, so there's three sides congruent. So this one is side, side, side.
Okay,
That's the shortcut that used.
let me just write this down.
Sounds good.
Ugh. So those small those small lines right there, the ones that are like at
Like,
the middle of
yeah,
EB, for
that means
example,
that, yeah,
what are those called again? What are
that
those called?
means they're congruent.
So the congruent line?
Means they're congruent, yeah.
Okay, because okay.
It means the lines are congruent.
Okay. Was side?
Yes, side, side, side.
Okay, got it down. All right. Got it down.
Okay, you ready to move on to number 3?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, let's look at number 3. So this whole worksheet is about determining whether the triangles are congruent. Okay,
Okay.
so what you really want to do is you're really supposed to break apart the triangles. This is KPA, and then the other one is KAQ.
KEQ.
Yeah. Okay. And you were asking me about those little lines, and we need to do that. We need to label the little lines. So K to P is congruent to A to Q.
Okay. All right. It's kind of congruent to A to Q. Okay. So now for that, we need to, so
So
now
now
for that,
so now there's also an angle that's congruent. Do you see how angle this angle here along K is congruent to the angle here along A?
yeah. Yeah.
Okay, now, so we have some options here for how to figure out congruency of triangles. I'm going to list them again: side, 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 angle, side, angle, side, angle, and angle, angle, side.
Okay. Okay.
So we've got to decide. Now, what do we have so far? What do we have so far? This is a side and this is an angle. We have a side and an angle.
Uh-huh.
So we're trying to match up the letters. Like, what do we have? Like, you have to compare them to this list on the right. So we do not have three sides. Do you agree with that?
Yep.
Okay. Now, could we get another side? We have a side and angle. Could we get another side congruent here? Like, what do you notice about KA and KA?
They're the same because of the
They're the
angle.
same. So we can do two lines like that.
Yep.
So now we've got a side, an angle, and another side. A side, an angle, and another side.
Okay. Okay.
You got that?
Uh-huh.
All right. So which one are we using? Which one is a side, angle, and a side? Side, angle, side.
Yeah. So side angle side because they're having the exact same angle.
Yes.
Okay, so I have to write it down.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm writing it down. Okay, got it down. So
All
it's
right.
now side angle side.
Yes.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Okay.
we can flip the page here and go to the other side. Go to number 4. So we'll have to actually snip all of this in to look at all of it. Okay, it says Y is a midpoint of AR. So let's go down here at the drawing here. Here's AR. And Y is a midpoint. What does midpoint mean, Sourish? What does it mean if it's the middle point?
If it is the middle point.
Yes, the midpoint is the middle point.
Okay. So y is the okay. So right there, the midpoint right there is y.
Yes.
So that means
What does that mean about A to Y and Y to R? A to Y and Y to R. What does that mean for them?
a to y, that is
Remember, Y is the midpoint, the middle.
Yeah,
What does that mean?
it means that it's gonna be where we're gonna be. It's because it's gonna be where we're gonna start. It's gonna be the middle.
It's the middle. So what does that mean about AY and YR?
AY and YR. Those are gonna be the
Okay, let me draw something over here on the right.
okay.
Here's Y, here's A, and here's R. What is the distance from A to Y and Y to R? How many boxes?
One box.
Looks like there's 2 boxes.
Well, yeah, but we go one a mile, so one jump to Y. If we touch the Y, then that's where we ended it.
Okay, there's two boxes here, Sourish. So what's the distance from A to Y?
2,
2. And how about from Y to R?
2.
2. So what's the same about those two numbers?
There.
They're the same.
Yeah.
So AY is congruent to YR.
AY is congruent to
AY
Y.
is congruent to YR.
Yeah.
This is what can you mark as congruent in the diagram below? AY is congruent to YR.
Yes. AY. Yeah. What can you mark? Okay. So I'm gonna write that down, and I'm just gonna do this. Okay. Here we go.
Okay, and the reason why is because it's a midpoint. It's the definition of a midpoint.
Yeah.
Okay, now what else? Is you ready to move on to part B?
The definition is a midpoint, right?
Definition of a midpoint. Let me know when you're ready to go on to part B.
Because the definition of the midpoint.
Yes.
Okay, got it down.
Okay, part B, it says triangle BYN. So let's label that. Well, let me go down here. BYN is an isosceles triangle. Okay, so what does isosceles mean? Do you remember from class what isosceles means?
Isosceles, that is like a diagonal.
So an isosceles triangle means that the base angles are congruent. The base angles are congruent, but it also means that 2 sides are congruent. Now you can also
Okay.
draw the triangle upside down like this, but still the base angles are congruent and the sides are congruent. Sometimes students say things like same sides, same angles. Have you heard
Okay.
that in class?
Yeah. Same angles. Yeah. Hello?
Yes. Just making sure
Yeah.
you got that down. So that means that B to Y and Y to N are congruent.
Okay.
Okay, so we have to say, what can you mark as congruent? You can say BY is congruent to NY, or
to NY. Yep.
and the Y is the definition of an isosceles triangle.
Yes. The definition of an isosceles triangle. Okay, all right.
Got it down?
Uh-huh.
Okay, now it says what triangle is congruent to triangle ABY? So let's draw triangle ABY. ABY. Can you
Uh-huh.
tell me which other triangle kind of looks like that triangle?
Yeah,
Which triangle is that?
that's the
Which one kind of looks like that? ABY.
isosceles triangle.
No, no, what in the drawing here, which is another triangle that looks like ABY?
ABY. ABY. BYN.
BYN. So this triangle up here looks like this one down here.
Yes.
It does?
No, well, it kind of Y, that's not congruent to BYN because they have different letters.
Okay, but is there another triangle that looks like BAY?
Yes, right here.
Which one? Give me the three
Um,
letters.
the right triangle right here.
You got to give me the three letters of the triangle.
Uh,
Which triangle kind of looks like BAY that's in this picture? There's three triangles in the whole picture.
okay, which triangle? Yeah.
I'm not sure why you're struggling. I'm asking for the only other triangle in this drawing. Don't these kind of look
YRN.
like each other?
YRN.
Okay, now let's label what's the same between them. See how A to B is the same as N to R? See how it's got a single line?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay, now AY is congruent to YR.
Yes. AB is congruent to YR.
Okay, and then what about BY? What is it congruent to?
BY is congruent. It's congruent to NY.
Okay, now there are there's four possible shortcuts. Which one do we have here?
Which one? Which one do we have there?
Which one are we
Now
using?
what?
Which of these four are the reason these two triangles are congruent? What is the same in all three triangles, or what is the same in
Triangle
these?
side.
What angle is congruent then? Did we mark any of the angles congruent?
Yes, 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 yes. So side, side, side.
Yes. Very good.
Yeah.
All right, we better hurry if we're going to get all of these problems in.
Yeah.
Let me know when you get all this down.
I just got that down. Just yeah.
Because I'm sure you've got class tomorrow, last day before.
No, I don't have school tomorrow.
Oh, so when is this due?
It's gonna be next Monday.
Oh, next Monday. Great. Okay. Are the triangles below congruent? Okay, so let's look at the triangles and see what we have that's the same. And these are our four options.
Okay.
So let's start with side, side, side. When you look at these two triangles, do you have three sides that are congruent?
Yes.
You do. Well, tell me which sides are congruent.
The sides are congruent. Right there is SA to ZO.
to OL. That's definitely congruent.
Yep.
Okay. But where's the other sides that are congruent? Do you see 2 lines and 2 lines and 3 lines and then 3 lines? Do you see that?
Mm-hmm.
No, no, Sourish, it's not there.
Well, it kind of looks like the same because without the line, it looks the same.
So in this course, you cannot do that. You can't just say, oh, it looks the same, so they must be the same.
Okay.
So that one's out. Okay. Do you have a side angle and a side? Do you have an angle that's between 2 of the sides that are congruent?
Yeah, only one.
There's only one side that's congruent. So which of these 3 that are remaining has only one S in it?
Angle, side, angle.
That has an S. So it's either that one or that one, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
With
now,
both of them?
well, we're gonna compare and see which one it is. So ASA means that there has to be a side between the angles. Is the side that's congruent, is it between 2 known angles?
Two known angles.
Is this
Yeah.
side between 72 and 46?
Yeah. Well,
No,
kind of, but
it's
no.
not. It either is or it is, or it either is or it isn't.
I thought you were
It's,
talking about SA.
yeah,
That's
SA is not, but SA is not between the 2 angles.
okay. All right.
SA is up here and the angles are here. Okay, so
Yes.
ASA means that the side is between the angles. Now for AAS means you go angle, then an angle, then a side. And is that what you have here? Do you have an angle, 72, then another angle, and then a side?
No.
Yes, yes, an angle, and a side.
Okay.
And then over here in the other triangle, you have an angle 72, another angle 46, and then a side.
Okay.
So the answer here is yes, and it's angle, angle, side.
Yeah, but not angle, side angle.
No, the side is not between the angles. That's it has to be in the order. The order is very important here.
Okay. All right. Next problem.
Okay. Number 6 here. Okay, it says, what additional information can you mark as congruent on the diagram below so that the triangles are congruent? So
Okay.
notice that we have 2 angles that are congruent. So I'm going to write the 4 possibilities again.
Okay.
So which of these 4 have 2 A's in them?
Two A's.
Because you've got 2 angles that are congruent. The 90 degrees congruent to the 90. This other angle is congruent to this other angle.
Okay. Yeah.
So which of these on the right has 2 A's in it?
The fourth one.
The last 2, they have 2 A's, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So let's just say we wanted to use ASA, angle, side, angle, angle, side, angle.
Uh-huh.
That means the side between the 2 angles, this one right here, see how that's between the 2 angles, that side has to be congruent to
Yep.
this side that's between the 2 angles.
Okay.
So if WL is congruent to WL, then you have this congruence.
Yes. Okay. Yes.
All right, so let's get that down and maybe
Done.
maybe we can quickly do the last one here to close this out. That way you don't have any homework hanging over you for next Monday.
Okay. So, all right. I think we can be done.
Let's finish this last one.
Why are the triangle congruent? Wait, is there 7?
Yes.
Ah, okay. AA is not a shortcut. Sketch a diagram to show that you can have 2 different triangles that have all the angles the same, but their sides are not congruent. What do we know about these triangles?
So here are 2 triangles that are the same in terms of their angles. That angle is congruent to that angle. This angle is congruent to this angle. And this angle is congruent to this angle. But they're not congruent. So what do we know about these triangles? They are considered similar. Similar triangles.
Yes. They're considered similar triangles. Because you don't want to know, you want to know the reason why is because all the sides are congruent because you can see them in there.
All 3 angles are congruent.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
All right, so that is it for us for today.
Okay. Can I call my dad?
Sure,
Dad. Thank you.
you're welcome.
So